Hello and welcome, or welcome back to my channel, The Tooth Reacts. I am The Tooth and I react to music, mostly music that you suggest and recommend, but sometimes just to music that I would like to play myself, just to introduce you to bands that I really like, that I liked before I started doing this. This is the first song of the week. And it's a song I have played on this channel before, but the video that I played previously was from 2007. Video quality wasn't great, so it's the same song, the same band, but it's a more recent video, 2016. I'm hoping, number one, it's better quality and you'll enjoy it more. Number two, also that it will attract more attention to this band, because I really adore this band, and if you ever get a chance to see them you should do so. So this show is from a road trip I took in 2016 to follow one of my favorite bands of all time around as they did a tour of Spain. We went to Valencia, Barcelona, Zaragoza, Granada and Madrid. 5 shows in 5 cities in 5 days, and like most of my trips in Spain, it didn't go as I'd planned, because I flew to Barcelona on the Thursday. First show was on Friday. Met some friends in Barcelona. We had dinner, went to the ATM to get money on the for the trip on Friday evening. 3 of my friends used the ATM with no problem. Then it was my turn and the machine swallowed my card. So I literally had no money for this entire trip. Plenty of money in the bank, but I didn't have a smartphone. So no way I could transfer money to people whilst I was on the trip for them to take it out of their accounts for me or anything else. So yeah, I was kind of stuck. For the next 5 days, I had to rely on my friend's generosity to get me through the week. I had pre-booked train tickets, bus tickets, accommodation, and tickets for the various shows, so that at least was taken care of. But I needed, obviously, in 5 days, I needed some food and I needed a lot of beer, so I needed to sponge off my friends, who, very fortunate for me, were happy to help me out. Wasn't the first time that happened in Spain, wasn't the last time it happened in Spain, but more on that in a little while. Anyway, this show was day 3 of the tour, and it was part of a citywide festival of music. You couldn't move in the city of Zaragoza without seeing music being played somewhere. It was just an astonishing atmosphere, one of the best places that I've ever visited. Just an absolute festival of great music. The particular show, this show, it was filmed outside. They played outside. Fortunately, the weather was good, even though it was October. They played in the middle of a square in a city, right in front of a beautiful church, which, as you'll see from the video, makes a really great background. The square was surrounded by houses, by big apartment blocks, and people were leaning out of every single window watching the band. Square was packed. It was an astonishing atmosphere. I was so privileged to be there. Just fantastic, really great show. And pretty much as soon as the show finished, a weird thing happened. The owner of a bar that was across the street came and grabbed me and gave me a free litre of beer, just because he wanted a picture of me and my ridiculous haircut. If you watch this video closely enough, you can see a glimpse of that haircut during the show. But anyway, that's enough rambling for now. This is Marah and their song The Dishwashers' Dream from Zaragoza in 2016. You forgot the words. There's my haircut.
fell asleep, went deeper and deeper into a slumber. And the cord that was attached to him in his birth followed him around. The umbilical cord anchor of his existence. And he found himself alone in a sea of people in a city called Zaragoza. How you say it? Zaragoza? Zaragoza! In a city of Zaragoza, the most beautiful city in the world. And in the middle of his dream, attached to the umbilical cord of his very existence. Oh, sorry about that. Good thing you had a hard case on that phone, honey. He felt a cool breeze, and it told him to go this way. And then suddenly, in the middle of the deepest slumber of his life, in a hotel room in Zaragoza, he heard the biggest, greatest, most badass motherfucking beat he ever heard in his life. And it went like this. And the man rolled out of his bed, drunk, and he stood up on the hotel room floor, and he said, "Am I dreaming?" And this is what he heard. I will rock right now. I'm outrageous, I can't look at down. I'm not internationally known, but I'm known to rock a microphone. Cause I get stupid, I mean outrageous. If you mess with me, you'll see it's contagious. Like the way that I'm rocking right now. The reason why, baby, I don't know, so let's go. It takes two to make a thing go round. It takes two to make it out of sight. It takes two to make a thing go right. It takes two to make it out of sight. What kind of dream was that? What am I on? And then I woke to the sound of Monique crying out. Her nightmare inside of our bed. My wrists were out flesh, there were no signs of cuts. As I reached out to touch her sweet head, and as the sweat on her face found a new resting place, on the tips of my fingers I leaned into her ear, and I told her no fear, we're just having the same fucked up dream.
So there is Marah. Um, they definitely know how to put on a show. Um, One thing I'll say, the bit in the middle where he goes wandering around in the crowd and just talking absolute nonsense, he never knows what he's going to say in those moments, and the rest of the band have no idea what he's going to say in those moments. So it's always interesting to see exactly what's going to happen there. It's always kind of, they just riff and make it up as they go along. Um, Amazing live band. If you ever get a chance to see them, go see them. They don't perform very often these days, but well worth if they're ever anywhere near you. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed that. I will leave the link to the original video in the description below, as always. Also, as always, huge thank you to everybody that's been here supporting me since I started this channel. It really does mean a lot. If you can find your way over to Patreon to support me further, that would be a huge help as well, both for me and the channel. And to encourage you to head over there, I'm going to be sending a signed copy of my book that I wrote, called The Last Great Rock and Roll Band, which I am now realizing it was a fake title, because there are still some great bands out there now, up and coming bands. But at the time I wrote this book, I didn't see any signs of life in the rock genre of music. So yeah, maybe it's a little bit premature with the title, but basically the book is nothing but stories of my shenanigans traveling all over Europe watching this band play. And I will send that to one of the first 20 people that signs up on Patreon, completely free of charge, anywhere you happen to be in the world. But that's going to be it for now. Thank you as always for being here. I hope you enjoy looking at some of the things that I've seen in the past, some of the stuff that has inspired me previously. Obviously I'm going to continue with some more modern music shortly. But until the next one, have a great day, and tooth out.